Hello guys out there, my name is Sajuk. I usually cover some mods out there, usually immersive mods. Surprisingly there hasn't been too many for Skyrim lately, but that's about over because now there is. Now I could cover a couple of other mods that incorporate this particular mod, but I'm not going to. I'm going to focus solely on this first video on a mod called FrostFall. Now FrostFall has just been released 2.0. It has been tested. I tested it. Several other people. A lot of people have tested this mod, and to my surprise, it really has no bugs in them, as far as I could tell. I've been testing it for hours, and I mean hours and hours of gameplay. So finally, I got my hands on the 2.0, and let me show you how that menu looks. In order to play with this mod, you need to have SkyUI 3.0, which you can see I do. I have several other mods that you might know, which is Immersive HUD, Pumping Iron, which is the same author as Immersive HUD. This is also brand new. Obviously, you have Wet and Cold, but here let me show you FrostFall's menu. A very nice menu, by the way. I'm really impressed, and you can see in the background he added like little snowflakes, which really add to the artistic viewpoint of it. Here you'll see that the FrostFall is enabled, and the interesting about this mod is if should you ever need to uninstall it, you will disable it and it will literally stop all the scripts, so you're not going to have any problems if you need to really, for whatever reason, want to uninstall this. I currently have my selected at preset to hardcore. As you can see, there is hardcore, classic, or light. I currently have it on hardcore. I'm not going to go too much into detail of this. That's for you guys to find out. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what some of these things are. That's which example, when you play on hardcore, it creates, makes your items, such as the armors that you wear. Let me show you real quick. When you go here and you select, let's say, the Elven Gauntlets, and I put them on, it says these gloves provide standard exposure. Now the game uses exposure to, I shouldn't say the game, but the mod uses exposure points to determine how cold you're gonna get, or and obviously get to the point where you might die if you're butt naked. For example, if I don't have any of this protective gear, even the Night Watch cloak, for example, which is from another mod, actually is still recognized by this mod. It's very compatible with a lot of mods out there, especially been designed to be used with other immersive mods, such as Winter is Coming mod, which adds a lot of like the wolf cloak. It just adds a lot. You have, for example, if I could equip this helmet, the headgear provides full exposure protection, for example. Some of them may say standard, some may say something else. Let's see here. Nordic, for example, the glove provides standard exposure. So with that said, let me show you some of the other features. You'll need a wood axe, for example, to chop off, to get wood, and so on. And what else? You can craft, you'll need to craft, for example, a backpack. You don't really need to, but it's a nice little feature. When you put on the backpack, the items you have will also be there as well. For example, here you have my torch, and when I put that away, it shows up on my backpack right there. The other items you see here, like the axe, for example, is also one of the ones that if you equip, it disappears, and now it's right here and holding it in my hand. So as soon as you unequip that, it goes right back up there. The leather strap there, that's right under the belt right there, is my I guess I'll just show you. It's my tent. You can craft the tents. Right now the recipe is, to me, it's Very simple recipe. It just needs leather and strips. I feel like there should be a little bit more than that, but you know, the mod has been barely released. You know, we could always have those kind of things changed to make it even more difficult should we want to. Should anybody want to, or the mod author want to. So unfortunately, he did put it under miscellaneous, which means you cannot favorite some of the items. But I'll show you real quick. Okay, miscellaneous. Let's go down here, and you'll see cooking pot, which is also one of the features from the mod. You can actually cook on site, on location. But let me show you one of the cool features of this mod. Here you see I crafted a small high tent and a bedroll. Let's go ahead and drop that, and it says, would you want to pitch a tent? Yes, I do. And then this little feature shows up. Now this must have took them a lot of mathematics, because the game, you know, and you'll see that it confirms to the land around it. So you can put it there. I can put it, see, it's like taking into consideration the land itself. So why not, let's put that right there. Click pitch tent here. You'll see a little animation where, you know, the bedroll and then the rest of the gear shows up, and we can then click on the tent itself and show you another cool feature here. I just want to make sure that nothing is on my favorites, because it's gonna have some clipping issues. Now you'll notice I have my sword, my shield. Let's go ahead and go into here, and let's put lay down. Now you'll notice it has a great little animation of me going inside the tent. One of the things you'll see is that I removed, let's go ahead and click exit, that I removed some of the gear. For example, in this case, my sword is right there. I'll try to put it right there. It's right there, if you can see that, alongside my shield right out there. And this is all like you know, third-party mods. I mean, these are still compatible with pretty much any mod out there. You'll see that I put down there my normally the helmet should come off, but for some reason it didn't come off. And you can just get up, and you'll see a little animation of me pulling myself out of there, and all the items that normally you carry with your character is now on the actual character. So all the gear is right back where it should be. Got my shield and everything. And of course, you know, we're gonna suffer from, you know, out here we can suffer a lot from hypothermia and so on. So let's go ahead and try to keep warm. You'll see that it says you feel comfortable. This is because I have a lot of protection right now, and this blizzard is having a little bit of effect on me. In fact, I favored one of the spells here. Oop, that's not what I want. I think it's number 7. No, it's, sorry about that, guys. And oh no, it's a hunger mod. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Weather sense. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. Exposure is -4. I'm currently not wet. The air is bone chilling. Of course, if I was naked, this would be very bad. I'll start suffering from hypothermia. The screen will turn kind of what's the word I want to use? Blue. It will turn blue. My character will move slow. I will suffer penalties. In fact, let's take a quick look at the penalties. Okay, this is a hunger mod that I'm using. That's why you see that. Now this is because wet and cold, strong winds. There's currently a storm happening, so my movement speed is reduced. But right now I'm actually not suffering from much, because I have been inside the building in there, keeping myself warm. So let me show you what that means. I'll go ahead and say build campfire. Now in order to do this, you'll see that when you see it turned yellowish, it means you will benefit if you go to sleep in that tent, you will benefit from the fire. Sorry about that, guys. The whole thing is because of the blizzard mod. But you'll see that if I were to go to sleep while there's fire here, it would keep me warmer, and therefore I would be, you know, in a lot better position, you know, to survive in a condition like this for a long time. Now the fires last about 6 hours of in-game, so they say, unfortunately, to start a campfire you need 6 firewoods or 15 dead. Okay, guess what? I forgot that I needed to get some wood. So I'll go ahead and show you. Oh, it looks like I'm hungry too. Gee whiz. Alright, to do this, you just go in and you can go survival skills. Basically, I already had a favorite. And what this does is gives me the what you want to do. So I can build a campfire, craft an item. These are all like like stuff like fur. You cannot really build anything out of, you know, just anything, but this will provide some protection if you were for some reason lost everything. I'm still not sure what this does. Clean belts and stuff. Still got a tanning rack. You can actually build a tanning rack. You can get a torch as well, should you need to make one on the go. You can build a walking stick, but that's not what we want. What we want is to harvest wood. Now you'll have to have an axe, which as you can see I have an axe. That means you could just click harvest. You can use your woodcutter's axe or stone hatch to harvest firewood nearby trees and yada yada. So let's go ahead and harvest wood. What you hear now is like I collected 6 pieces of firewood, and you're hearing a sound effect of them, you know, being chopping wood, and this little animation right here. Now, from what I understand from the author, is you need to be near a tree to have this ability happen. So let's go ahead and grab all of that, and let's head over to. The blizzard looks like it's finally clearing out. Kind of did it abruptly, but whatever, it's gone. The sky's clear as the snow begins to settle. Okay, there you go. So let's go ahead and click that and say add firewood. So there, firewood has been added. We're going to need to take out our torch here, and we need to strike it, and voila, we now have campfire. Keep ourselves warm. And as you can see, you begin to warm up. See, look, even with all my gear, I was actually suffering from cold. You feel chilly, 10% health, magic, and stamina. Now this can get extremely bad. This could get really worse, and I could suffer, you know, serious, like up to 90% health regeneration, stamina, and all my. I would basically be a walking frozen dude, basically. But so that's pretty much like what you could do. But you could also, if you were go into miscellaneous, and if you build hold on, let me put this in order here. What the heck is it? Cooking pot, that's what we want. Where is it? Here we go. Cooking pot, right? Click on that to drop it. Place cooking pot. Now you get the same animation as before. Blue means that you don't benefit anything. In this case, we want to benefit from the fire. So there you go. You'll see it that it's turning. Let's put a little bit. There you go. Click that. Place cooking pot. So there you go. Now we place that there. We could actually use it. How cool is that? Now you can go in there and just start cooking. Obviously, I think I put it too close. With baked potatoes. You know, fish soup if you have any, and this is compatible with pretty much any mod that, you know, like a thirst, hunger, sleep mod. It's very friendly to those. It's been designed to be very ooh, okay, let's do that. Alright, and that's it. So pretty much this is a cool little mod. There's different kinds of tents that provide different kinds of protection. This is about all I'm going to cover. The rest of it, you can figure it out yourselves. I highly recommend this mod. You're gonna have a lot of fun using this mod.